What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and fellow YouTubers? I bid all of you welcome to this very special video where I'm going to talk about dilithium farming and also contraband farming. Those two go hand in hand. Now, this very special video, I'm going to name some of my biggest secrets revealed in Star Trek Online. Because after seeing this video, you guys are going to farm an immense amount of dilithium and contraband. So pay close attention to this video. So here we go. As always, there are jump timestamps in the description on YouTube. So if you want to go to a specific part of the video, you can open up the description and then there is jump timestamps where you can go to a specific part of the video. So make use of that. It's a really nice feature that YouTube has to offer. Now, I'm often asked the same question, like how am I able to afford all of the goodies that I have, all of the expansion, all of the ships that you guys are seeing on this channel that I'm doing reviews about, all of the items, all of the expansion of my inventory, on the expansion of my account bank slots and my bank slots, etc, etc. How am I able to obtain all of that? How am I so space rich, as you guys are calling it these days? You guys are so funny. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Let me just say that right away. Well, if you pay close attention to this video, I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to farm dilithium and contraband, because those two usually go hand in hand. Now let's start. Dilithium. What is dilithium? Just to recap for all of those players that are new to Star Trek Online. Dilithium is a game highly valuable resource / currency that one can use to buy highly valuable items such as fleet gear, elite hangar pets, reputation gear, fleet weapons, unique and special consoles. It is also a commodity that can be used to complete or fill the starbase projects. And if I queue up my own starbase right up here, you guys are going to see that we are currently upgrading our starbase to level the starbase shipyard to level 4. And as you guys see underneath right here, there is an immense amount of dilithium that is going to be required for this project to be filled. So 733,000 refined dilithium that you and your fleet mates is needed to be dumped into this project for this project to start. And the same can be applied for the upgrade to Spire, and we are currently upgrading the operation facilities to level 3. And that is also true. You're going to need dilithium. 611,000 dilithium is required to start this project. So you know, dilithium is a highly valuable resource. It is, as I said, also a currency that one can exchange also for Zen in the game. And what is Zen? Zen is basically a currency that you can use to actually pay to win, as you were. There is no other way around it. Zen is a currency that one can buy even highly valuable resources that are like paid with US dollars, with real currency, with British pounds or like European euros. And you can access the Zen store by pressing this button up here that says store, and also visit the C store. All of the ships that Star Trek has to offer are displayed up here that you can basically buy with Zen. All of the items, the mastery packs, the fleet modules, the research and development packs, all of these services. Buy 2 more bridge officer slots, a shared account bank slots, dry dock, ship loadout slots. And as the time of this recording, they have on sale that is 20% off on each services, so that's a bargain these days. So Zen, no, basically Zen is a commodity that you can buy with real currency, but you also can exchange dilithium to Zen, and you can access the Dilithium Exchange by pressing this down pointing arrow. That's going to give you a little bit of more option, and there is a Dilithium Exchange option that is going to open up the Dilithium Exchange right here. As it is currently, a lot of players have been buying Zen and they're exchanging it for dilithium because they're low on dilithium, but they have enough money to buy Zen. So the same can be done in reverse. If you are grinding a lot of dilithium, if you're paying close attention to this video, you're going to grind out even more dilithium that one can refine in a day. So if you have an excess amount of dilithium and you have no idea what to do with it, you can trade it in for Zen, and you can do that right here. Now there is two ways of opening this window. So there is the down pointing arrow and then go to the Dilithium Exchange, or go to your inventory, to your asset tab, and hit this button. The exchange window is basically going to open the Dilithium Exchange window. It's the same deal. Now how this works is, although the refined dilithium that you have, you can sell at currently, at the time of this recording, let me look at what it is. It is 15th of May. There is an amount of 341 refined dilithium for 1 Zen, and there is currently 23,686 Zen up for grabs at that amount. So in reverse as well, so if you have enough Zen and you want to buy dilithium, you can put that up here at the second tab, sell Zen or buy Zen. So that is dilithium in a nutshell. Dilithium is kind of quite possibly even more valuable than energy credits, because energy credits is like a the main currency in Star Trek Online. There's energy credits, and dilithium is even more valuable than that. So just to recap, dilithium, highly valuable resource that is like, it's going to open a lot of doors in Star Trek Online. So in Star Trek Online, you basically need to grab your share of this highly valuable resource, and this is how. Now I got a couple of tips and tricks before we start. I need to go to the exchange because there is a specific item that I'm going to give you guys out as a tip, and that is a 20% boost to your reputation mark, and that item is called, let me just go to the exchange. A lot of people are on right now. That's cool. That is this thing. This thing is called the 500 reputation mark bonus pool, and the cheapest one right now is 350,000 EC. Now I'm going to grab that one because that one is mine. It's not yours. And there are two variants of this. There is the 500 variant, the one that you guys are seeing right now on the exchange. And there is another one that is the 100 variant. Those tend to be a lot cheaper, but as you guys see, not a lot of them are left. The cheapest one is 165,000 EC, but I wouldn't grab the 100. If you have the EC, grab the one that is 500. This item, let me just talk a little bit about this item. This item is going to add 20% more to your reputation marks. Let's say you're doing like elite runs and you're farming marks and you haven't finished off your reputation tree all the way to level 5, as I'm doing right now. This item is going to give you an additional 20% reputation mark for your bucks. So for your time that you're going to spend, you're going to get 20% an increase of resources. So grab that item right away. One other tip that I'm going to give you free of free of charge. it's going to cost you nothing, is a chat channel that is called the PublicEliteSTF. If you haven't done so, join this channel right away. And there are two ways of joining this channel. So in your chat window, just right click on your tabs. It's going to bring out this chat configuration window where you have two tabs. One is the tabs of all of your current chat rooms that you're currently in, and this section right here is where you can allocate all of the different channels to different specific colors to your liking. So at one glance you can see this guy is talking in that channel and this is in like zone chat and stuff like that. But I want you guys to go to the tab channels up here and then put in this search or join option right here, type in PublicEliteSTF and then hit this button, join. Now mine is grayed out because I already am a member of this channel, and there is the second one option to join this channel is by utilizing a command, and that is /channel_join, and then just hit the name of that channel. So that's PublicEliteSTF, and then just hit enter, and you're basically going to join that channel right away. Now, why am I telling guys to join this channel? In this channel there are a lot of people that want to do STF, and STF is basically a special task force mission in Star Trek Online where you can do like missions that are required for you to work as a team with other characters, usually 5-man team, but there are also 10-man team variants and even 20 team variants to that mission, where you need to where you basically need to work together to finish an objective. And you know, if you work really good together, you have like optionals, and those optionals are going to give you even more resources. That can be dilithium, that can be marks of your choosing, that can be experience, that can be a little bit of EC, just name it. And this channel is really good, and I do recommend it because they usually tend to do STF runs in like really high amount of runs in a day. So usually takes about like 2 minutes or something like that. If you guys want to grind out dilithium, you can do that way, and that is one of my tips for you guys. Join the PublicEliteSTF and also grab that 20% reputation mark bonus pool from the exchange, because it's going to benefit you the most. Now STFs, like I said, is a really high amount of dilithium that you can grind out, and especially if you're joining that channel, that usually takes about 2 minutes to do an infected space run, and 2 minutes, it's not a lot of your time. So that is one way. Another way is currently the red alerts from the Nakul faction are giving out a lot of marks, because those are the daily ones in Star Trek Online that are going to that I'm going to show you. But first of all, I need to be in sector space, so I need to go in space, and once more. So the red alerts, the daily ones, those are the Nakul variants as of the time of this recording. That's going to give you a lot of dilithium and a lot of marks as well. And red alerts are always up in the sector blocks. So if you want to join them right here, this red button, the Nakul temporal marauders have been spotted near the Xarantine systems, and it's basically going to transport you to that location where it's going to ask you to queue up a team, and if that team is like, you know, filled with 5 players, it's going to start that mission. So that is the red alerts. There is also, and let me just go back to Soul because the music is really loud right now. And there are always other dailies, as in aiding the Deferi. And aiding the Deferi is like a mission that you can do solo, so basically on your own. And you can access that mission by pressing this button, the Hail Starfleet, or pressing button J on your keyboard is going to bring out the same window. You go under Available, and then Aiding the Deferi, that is under Ambassador Surah, and then hail the dude. And it says right here, after completing the mission, you're going to receive 1,440 dilithium ore for you to refine. Now, because this is a daily between the brackets, you can only do this every 20 hours. So keep that in mind. It usually takes, for these aiding the Deferi, it usually takes about 10-20 minutes, depending how good you are, how good your gear is and stuff like that, how good you have, like... I have been playing the same mission over and over, so if you are really an expert, you basically know what's going to happen, so you can anticipate on that and finish this mission before, like, 15 minutes or something like that. Now, there are also other dailies that you can do. The Big Dig is a ground mission. And let me just hail that guy, is also a daily. It's going to give you 960 dilithium ore and also fleet marks. But as of the time of this recording, it's not really populated. So the Big Dig, I wouldn't go that way. It's not really populated lately. And there is another one daily that I already have accessed, is Asteroid mining. And let me just make that a primary right here. Where it's basically going to transwarp you to a asteroid that is like that's owned by a Ferengi, and that Ferengi is going to let you farm that dilithium from the asteroid for a modest amount of resources that you need to give to him. Now, there is like a small mini game where you need to exit the airlock, that you need to go to actually start the farming process, and I'm just gonna give you guys a small tutorial on that, how you can farm it. So it starts up after you access this option, the mine rocks, and it's going to give us like a triangle kind of type of deal where you basically need to put the triangle with your arrow keys. I found it really useful to play with the arrow keys to move it forwards and backwards, left and right. So here we go. Hopefully we're going to get a modest amount of dilithium by doing that. So mine rocks. So here we go, turning left, a little bit up, and this is basically the minigame that I talked about. It's really easy. You basically need to align the triangle with the other triangle that the game is actually giving you. So using the arrow keys on your keyboard tends to help out really fast, and it's really easy to do this. And you can do this mission as a daily, so every 20 hours as well. And it kind of reminds me of that Stargate movie. It kind of is like the same symbol, but I'm not even gonna go there. just this part right here. I'm just going to show you how you guys can do the dilithium runs, and it's obviously up to you where you're going to spend your time. Now that's not a high amount, 850, so I'm going to get 200 dilithium, a little bit of R&D materials, so that's good. So you can do this on 5 of these places that have been highlighted. So that's about, if you do it the way I did it, so you're going to get about 1,000 dilithium in return on each of those places that you can farm where you actually do the mini game. So that's that's another way for you to grab your share of dilithium. Now I'm gonna go, no, you know what, for this part I'm going to go to, where is TS9? Up here, because the asteroid I already talked about. Now there is obviously a Voth battle zone where you can actually go to ground and basically run around a ground map and basically hit the Voth that are trying to populate the battle zone and get dilithium in return for that. But I'm not gonna go there because it's not really populated as of late, and there is also a space variant of that, so I'm not going to show it to you guys. But what I am going to show, and that is one of my biggest secrets, like you guys are like, you know, one of his biggest secrets, yeah, one of my biggest secrets is reputation. You can actually obtain reputation. You can actually exchange reputation mark for dilithium, and you can do that by queuing up these missions right here. That is the continued task force support, and that is an hourly, and each and every one of these reputation trees or reputation, like the task force Omega has one that is called continuous task force support. The Dyson one is continued joint command support. The Iconian has continued Iconian resistance support. So each and every one has these hourly variants of them, and it also needs like 15 marks in each and every one. They are all the same, and it's also going to ask you for 7,500 energy credits and 1,000 expertise. Now this is a 1 hour duration mission that you basically need to start and just forget about that, and it's going to yield you 340 dilithium times 8 of the reputation. So that is where this bonus reputation mark pool comes in handy, because if you have like a high amount of reputation like I do, high amount of reputation marks right here, you can exchange them for dilithium to refine dilithium, obviously. Now in the reputation, I call them traps. Under the available option, you can also exchange a high amount of reputation marks. For example, I'm at the Dyson one, and each and every one of these reputation has the same missions. You can exchange 50 marks for 500 dilithium. Now I wouldn't do that. I call them traps. Don't even go here, because the amount of resources that you're putting in is not equivalent to the amount of dilithium where you're going to get in return, because the 1 hour variant gives you 340 dilithium in exchange for 15 marks, and the other one is asking you 50 marks for 500 dilithium. You know, just, you know, do the math by yourself. For me, I call them traps. Don't even go there. But and there are other variants as well. So the 500 variant is going to give you 5,000 dilithium. There is also another one that's 250 marks for 2,500 dilithium. As I said, I call them traps. Each and every one of the reputation has these things, but I know what you guys are thinking. Why did they put it up in the game if it's not, you know, if it's not equivalent to 1 hour 340 by doing 15 Omega marks? Now these guys are required 50 and in excess of that. Well, there is a 5-second duration on all of these. So if you really require a like dilithium in, like, you know, high amounts of that in a short time span, you can do this mission. 50 marks for 500 dilithium that is unrefined. Keep that in mind. So that is the only option why they have put this thing in the game, is like if you want a, you know, dilithium in a hurry, you know, you can basically slot that or queue up that mission. Now, I wouldn't do that. Like I said, I highly recommend you guys not doing that. I highly recommend you guys doing this mission that is only required 15 marks. That's crazy, right? 15 for 340. And as you guys are seeing, I queued up all 8 of the reputation, and I'm going to grab the rewards. So that is 340 dilithium ore from all 8 of them. So here we go. Now currently I have only 200 dilithium because I did the asteroid mining. I didn't do anything else. So here we go. Collect, 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 collect the rewards, collect the rewards, collect the rewards, and collect the rewards. As you guys seeing right there underneath the screen, 2,720 dilithium ore has been obtained through the reputation system. So that is one of my tips and tricks for you guys. As you guys are seeing right now, you can farm a lot of dilithium by doing reputation missions and reputation marks you can obtain from doing elite STFs or just normal STFs, and you can do STFs by joining that channel. So everything is combined with that. Other way of doing it, and let me just dock real quick because this music is being a little bit annoying to my ears right now. Other way of obtaining dilithium is by doing mission episodes, and that is the same button on your keyboard, button J, and going to the episode tabs, and all of these tabs that you see on the left, they have episodes. So right here, a fistful of corn is just a it's just something that I just queued up. It's going to give you dilithium ore in return, 192 in this example, and that is because I have already completed this mission. Rewards for completing it will be reduced. So if you guys haven't done all of the mission episodes that is like in Star Trek Online, they all give out a high amount of dilithium, and if you want to replay a certain episode, you thought like, hey, this is a cool episode for me to replay, those are going to give you dilithium ore as well. So that is just cool, right? That is just awesome. Now another way where you can find dilithium, and I know I'm talking a lot, but there are a lot of ways to grab dilithium, is by exchanging contraband. And that is, there are for the Federation there are 2 security officers. One is right here, and let me just queue up the map so you guys know where we are. We basically came from the transporter spawn point that's somewhere between here, and we walked away near the exchange room. It's up there. So basically right here there is a security officer we can exchange for contraband, and I see that I already did that for contraband for 2,000 dilithium. Now let me just scroll down a little bit where that mission is. Right here, turn over confiscated contraband. It takes 5 contraband, and it's going to give you 2,000 dilithium in return. Now, as I said, DS9 has one of these NPCs, and also our space dock has one. And let me just go there real quick because I have that. My transwarp is not on cooldown, so I can show it to you guys where this NPC is, because in at Earth Space Dock it's kind of like hidden. It's basically in a room where nothing or not a lot of thing happens, you know. Usually people go to the exchange or the shipyard and, you know, do stuff like that, but this guy is kind of like hidden. You basically need to go to the room where the Admiral is. So that is basically to the left of the transporter room where you are transporting in and out of Earth Space Dock. So we are here at the transporter, and we're gonna go to the left, and we are going to talk to this guy up here. So to the left of the transporter, and then down these stairs. I usually jump here. So, and this is the same security officer that we had at DS9 that's going to exchange contraband. And let me just queue up that mission. Let me just grab the rewards. 5 contraband, 2000 dilithium. Right here. So I'm going to start it again. It is a duty officer assignment mission. And basically, it's if you have like bluish duty officers, pinkish blue duty officers, or even greenish duty officers, there is no chance of failure. I think that if you have common, the white ones, there is like a 1% failure option, the 1% disaster, but that, you know, that's 1%, you know, there is no, there is like 99% success rate, and there is like a 1% fail rate if you use whites. Now these missions require, like I said, 5 contraband, 2000 dilithium in return. They do not have a critical, so they don't crit. So this is just a success mission, and there is just a fail option. Those are the only 2 options out there. There is no critical chance of this mission to crit, so you're not going to get a higher amount of dilithium. Just, you know, just putting it out there. This mission also takes up 4 hours, so there is a duration of 4 hours, and there is no cooldown on this mission. Keep that in mind. So I'm going to start this mission, and after 4 hours it's going to give me 2000 dilithium in return. Also, while I'm doing duty officers, as you guys see, all of the missions in Star Trek Online, by doing duty officers assignment missions, they give out dilithium, or at least most of them give out high amount of dilithium. The base value is 5, so all of these like missions that require like 5, like that requires something for you to put in there, are basically, you know, they're going to give out in return 5 dilithium ore. But if you have landed on a critical, and I thought I had 2 of them, yes, right here. So a normal outcome is like this. It's going to yield you 5 dilithium. That's not a lot. But if you have a critical outcome on the success of that duty officer assignment mission, you're going to get a 125 dilithium in return. So that is what is it, 25 times the reward, the normal reward that you get. Right here, 2 criticals are going to yield me 125 and 125. Scrolling down, I thought I had another one. It's right here, the last one. As you guys see, that one is a critical as well. So 125 dilithium ore from that mission itself. So a lot of ways to farm dilithium in Star Trek Online, and these missions, you know, basically tend to be start a mission and forget, and when the mission is over, just grab the rewards and you're going to get a high amount of dilithium in return. Now, speaking of duty officers, there is also the Admiralty option where you can farm lots of dilithium. It's like tons of dilithium, if it's not lots. And I've queued up a couple of duty officer assignment mission, but at the Admiralty, it's basically the same duty officer assignment mission, but with ships. So if you have a high amount of ships in your character or in your account, I highly recommend you guys doing the Admiralty missions as well. The outcome of this one, 125 dilithium. The outcome of investigate Klingon distress signal gave me a critical 800 dilithium. Critical up here 150, critical up here 75, critical up here 75, critical up here 150, and enormous success 25. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, those are not really high amount of numbers, but they all add up. So if I grab all of these, the rewards, including the Admiralty and like all of the reputation that I queued up, and all of the like STFs that I normally do like an infected space on advanced, and usually I then do like a twice the red alert just to keep up my to keep up my reputation marks. Then I do like another STF, maybe on normal and stuff like that, and you know, I get tons and tons of dilithium, and basically in excess of the 8,000 dilithium that you can refine on a free-to-play account. So keep that in mind. That is just an excess of 8,000 dilithium that I just gave you guys for free. Now there is also the Zen Exchange, or the Dilithium Exchange. If you're feeling lucky and you guys are like, well, I'm a pro, let me just take a stab at it, there is always this market. But trying out this market usually tend to be like buying cheap and selling high. So if you buy like refined dilithium at a cheap price and then you put it up for grabs for a higher amount, you basically are going to get dilithium that way itself. So you know, that is, you know, that's another way of grabbing dilithium. And you know, that is just you know, the ways that you can grab dilithium in Star Trek Online. But that's not it. I mean, dilithium and contraband, they go hand in hand. So right now I need to switch to another character of mine, and that is the Klingon character that I have, because I kind of basically showed you enough ways on the Federation side how you can farm dilithium. Now I'm going to queue up a Klingon, and that is this guy. I usually tend to have this guy just as just for farming purposes, and I'm here right now at the Ganalda space station, and I'm going to talk about this space station just a little bit. But the reason why I am right here with my Klingon character is because I want to start up a mission. Is basically the same mission: turn over confiscated contraband. Where is it? It's the last one right here. 5 contraband, 2,000 dilithium ore. So basically the same one as the Federation. And I'm going to queue up the same mission: turn over confiscated contraband, with the same outcome, same rewards: 2,000 dilithium for 5 contraband, a 0% disaster, and 100% outcome. There is no critical. These are the only 2 4-hour durations, so it's basically the same as the Federation variant. Now for the next part, I need to be in space, and I'm also going to show you where this Ganalda station is if you don't already know. Now, why am I at a Klingon character? Well, Klingons, whoa, what's happening there? Klingons tend to have it real easy when it comes to farming contraband, because there are no, let me just talk about the Ganalda station. So Konos is right here, and Ganalda station is right here. And as I said, at Deep Space Nine, there are 2 ways where you can actually exchange contraband. One is at DS9 and the other one is at Earth Space Dock for the Federation. And for the Klingon, there is one at Konos, and there is one NPC, the security officer NPC at Ganalda, where we just started the mission. There is one also at Konos. Well, enough talked about dilithium. Now we're going to go to the section where contraband is going to be queued up. Contraband on the Klingon side is being farmed by doing Duty Officer Assignment Missions. And as you guys see, I have right here, we have completed 16 of those, and that is right here: Assault Starfleet Starship refitting station yielded me 2 contraband. This one was a disaster, but Disable Andorian freighter gave me contraband. Disabled Terrorite freighter gave me contraband. Raid on industrial complex on a critical success rate gave me contraband, and a ton of prisoners. Prisoners are even a different commodity on the Klingon side, so that is good. We want that. Raid on mining colony gave me 2 contraband. Salvage battle records from skirmish. Contraband. Unauthorized raid didn't give me anything. Unauthorized raid didn't give me anything up here. Sick bay didn't give me anything. So a lot of contraband. 1 up here. 3, 8, 9, 10, 12 contraband by doing duty officer assignment mission. And those are just missions that you just queue up and just forget about them. And like, you know, you can do these type of missions like twice a day, once before you go to work or before you go to school, or walk your dog, I don't know. And the other one when you come back, you know, come back from school, come back from work, coming back from, you know, I don't know, just you know, picking up your kid from school or whatever. You can do these type of missions twice a day, and it's going to give you a high amount of contraband. Right here, 12 contraband on this character. It usually gives me about somewhere between like 10 and 20 contraband on one run. So, you know, today we got a modest outcome. But all of these missions also, or some of these missions also give out dilithium, as it is right here. Deport Colonists to Imperial Perimeter is going to give you 500 dilithium ore, and it's going to require colonists. And right here underneath there is a resell colonist mission that I started. And let me just grab the rewards real quick. Now I'm not going to be able to grab the rewards from the prisoners because my brick is full. I already have 20, but I'm going to show you a different mission that is going to require prisoners. As I said, for the Klingons, the Klingon faction, prisoners are, you know, a high commodity. So you go to your duty officer tab, you go to department heads, and you go to the tactical tabs. Now I do highly recommend you guys check marking this enable first officer recommendation. And what this is going to do is, based on all of the duty officers that you have in your roster, if you're going to queue up a mission, it's going to input all of the duty officers that are going to be required for that mission by itself. And it's basically going to go through your duty officer roster, and is basically going to queue up all of the available duty officers that is going to have a high amount of success rate on all of the missions that you're going to queue up. But I want you to go to duty officers, department heads, and at the tactical, and there is a mission that you can start right here. Forced Labor Requisition for the Archanis. Now there are 5 sector blocks that usually tend to have this mission, and it's going to yield you 500 dilithium in return for 4 prisoners. So, and that is a 8-hour duration. So if we start this mission, it's going to queue up all of the prisoners, and it's, you know, it's going to put them on random. And it says right here in red, prisoners sent to forced labor camps will be permanently removed from your roster. So that is a good thing. That is why I have 20 prisoners in my roster. So let us start this mission. It has a 8-hour duration and has a 4% disaster, 87% success, and a 9% critical outcome. So start that mission and just basically forget that. Start and forget. So farming, coming back to farming contraband, go to department heads and go to the first officer recommendation. Now, like I said, there are 5 sector blocks that are going to yield an immense amount of contraband. These are the Archanis sector block, the Xarantine sector block, the Japori sector block, the Azure sector block, and the last one is going to be the Khitomer sector block. Now, all these 5 sector blocks, they yield out duty officer assignment under the Marauding, and under the Marauding is under the first officer options right here that basically have these kind of duty officer assignments. Right now, because you want to farm contraband, you basically need to think as a Klingon. You know, think as a Klingon. What would a Klingon do in this option? Appropriate artifact from archaeological site in the Dunatu sector. It's not going to yield out contraband, but it's going to yield you resources. So you can start that on your own, but no contraband. Blockade Federation Transport Terminal is going to give you contraband. And as you guys see, all of my duty officers have been queued up. I don't have to select them. They're already queued up for the highest success rate. 45-minute duration. Grab that. Disable human fighters. Do Klingon start wars? Definitely. Do they fight humans? Definitely. So start that mission. 2-hour duration. Do they do entertainment? No, they don't. Do they do experiments? No, they don't. Do they purchase? No, they don't. So skip all of those missions. Do they sell banned weaponry to House of Shalak? Well, they kind of do, but it's going to require contraband. So for now, skip that. Don't even go there. One other mission that might be up here is under the operation is those colonists. Right here. Deport Colonists to the Imperial perimeter is going to yield out 500 dilithiums, and it's going to take 3 hours. Right up here. These colonists will permanently remove from your passenger space. Do that, because we just got like 5 new colonists, so it's going to take up 5 colonists, a 3-hour duration. Grab that, why not? What else? Well, we basically are done for, because we were farming contraband and the first officer doesn't give us any other missions for contraband, so we're going to move to a different sector block, because different sector block is going to reset all of the duty officer assignments, because duty officer assignments they just work on the area around or where you are located, or around you where you are located at that particular point. Now, right now we are at the Archanis sector block, so we go and do the same thing. First officer assignment is going to reset this one. Disable the Ferengi freighter. Grab that. 2-hour duration. It's going to yield contraband. Anything else? Scrolling down. Raid on research facility. Do Klingons raid? Do I even have to ask? Grab that. It's going to yield out contraband, and if it's not going to yield out contraband, it's going to yield out resources, so that is good. Department heads again, operation, because there is because I just lost colonists. I don't have any more colonists, so there is an under the operation, no, under the department heads tab, under the operation, there is always like grab like 5 colonists. I really don't know what the actual name is. Let me just see on the tab right here. Resettle colonists, and that's going to give you 5 colonists in return. But we are at, right now we are at the Japori sector block, Japori system. So going to department heads, first officer, and disable Vulcan freighter. Grab that, it's going to yield contraband. Think like a Klingon, that is my tip for you guys right now. Unauthorized raid on illegal human colony, that is going to yield contraband. Do we have resettle colonists? Nope. So we're going to move on to the Azure sector block. Just a right for my ship. And at the moment we are at a specific sector block. I'm just going to put my ship on a dead stop. Go to department heads. First officer assignment. Disable Bolian freighter. Grab that. It's going to yield contraband. Scrolling down. Anything more? Nope. And I'm not even looking at all of the other ones, because like all of these going to give us like resources and stuff like that, but I only have a limited amount of duty officer assignment missions that I can start off at a certain amount. I think it's 20 or something like that on a free-to-play character. Now I can basically start up all of these, but they're not going to give out contraband, and I want contraband. So we are at a new sector block. We are at Khitomer. So going to department heads again. What is this? There we go. Well, appropriate. We're not going to do that because it's not going to yield us anything. Well, that's basically it for this character. 10 new missions, a lot of disable, blockade, disable, raid, unauthorized raid, forced labor. That's going to give us enough contraband to be like crazy. And also forced labor is going to give out dilithium, and also Deport Colonists is going to give out dilithium. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my character at Ganalda station, and you can do that at Konos. You know what, let's go to Konos and let's use transport. Why not? Because you already saw the security officer NPC guy at the Ganalda. Now I'm going to show it where the one is at Konos. So there's always two options: the Federation, Deep Space Nine, and Earth Space Stack, and the Klingons at Ganalda and at Konos. So you can turn in contraband every 4 hours. Now you need to go to the first city, obviously. And I don't know why I do that, but when I'm playing Klingons, I queue up the map and then I just walk by seeing where my character is located on the map. I don't know why I do that, but it's the way I do with Klingons and the security officers. And I may have gone too fast for the video tutorial. This is where you basically transport in, so that is the transport room right up there, transport pad. So you come here and then you take a right and then you go to the main hall that is listed up here, and the security guy is to the left up here somewhere. So this is the main hall where Chancellor Jimpuck is located, and this is the security officer that's going to do the same mission: turn over confiscated contraband. So that is contraband farming on the Klingon. Also farming dilithium like crazy up here. It's going to do the same missions as the Federation one, and farming contraband. And I'm just switching up a different character. Farming contraband, you can do that on the Klingon ones, because Klingons have it really easy when it comes to farming contraband and farming dilithium than the Federation do. But as you guys have seen in this video, there are lots of ways for the Federation as well as the Klingons to farm dilithium and contraband. I mean, just the reputation, or doing special STFs, or doing like episodes. Those are the ways you can actually grind out dilithium, and doing the daily, the red alerts, the you know, just name it, duty officer assignments, reputation. And also, if you want to be a pro at this game, you obviously need a lot more Klingon characters. Now all of these are like farming characters that are going to farm or are farming contraband for me. And you're like, wow, that's a lot of Klingons, a lot of farming characters. Well, that's not it. That's not it. I have a lot more. Look at this, from here all the way there. So those are like 20 characters that are on the Klingon faction that are just farming contraband and dilithium. So, you know, this is how I get to be space rich, as you guys are calling it these days. This is how I'm space rich. And one last tip that I'm going to give you: if you have farmed enough dilithium to last you like ages, and have farmed enough contraband to last you a lifetime of gameplay in Star Trek Online, there is always the exchange. And what I mean by that is, grab all of the contraband and put it on the exchange. It usually goes for 40,000 EC on the exchange, 40, and if it's in high demand, usually 45,000 for one contraband. So if you do like come across a high amount of contraband, put it on the exchange for EC if you're running low on EC. And lastly, this is a joke, by the way, let me just put it up right there. You can obviously send it to me if you have like, well, I have enough contraband, let me just give it to him. You can give it to me, and my name is, or my character's name is @Sakura. As always, you put that up here, and then you put all of your contraband that you have in excess up there, and then you press send, and it's going to come at me. And that is a joke, by the way. I have enough characters for all of the needs and, you know, special items that I can have to grab in Star Trek Online. So I hope you guys find these little tips and tricks that I gave you really useful. A lot of ways have been displayed how you can farm contraband, how you can farm dilithium, and those were my biggest secrets in Star Trek Online. They're being revealed. So I hope you guys are going to be space rich as I am, because you just got schooled, baby. You got schooled. But anyway, I hope you guys find it useful. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Stay tuned, because I'm going to make another video where you can farm EC, and that stands for energy credits in Star Trek Online. So stay tuned for that, and I hope to see you on other videos as well. For now, I'm just going to say take care.